voice. I need 100 pack for my boys. Be hating and talking and hating. I bet you I kill the noise. I've been a man like I'm Peyton. I boost up my rating. You know how I play with toys. Pop out on any occasion, get standing ovations. They can't help it.
It's week 15 of the National Football League, and the spotlight is on Justin Herbert. After his last game, now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Seahawks and the Chargers, and it's coming up next.
It was once just an idea until breaking ground in November of 2016, and now here it is in all its glory. Spectacular SoFi Stadium here in metropolitan Los Angeles.
Today we reach week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the Seattle Seahawks and the Los Angeles Chargers.
Brandon Gardner alongside Charles Davis. And CD, you look at the Chargers coming into play. The bottom line, there are not many defenses in the league that seem up to the task to slow down their ground game. But this might be one of them. And in everything that they have said and done this week, they feel confident that they're ready.
And I like how you set this whole thing up because it comes down to...
McPherson has this one teed up, and we are underway in Southern California. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And at quarterback from the University of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost. How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
A good start. One play, 10 yards.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
First carry for Najee Harris. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Rashawn Gary, the man to bring it down. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for. One of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. He's able to get it to Coleman. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 41-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
That's a big gainer on that play, and from experience, I can tell you, that's where defensive backs will come into the huddle and say, guys, how about some pass rush? But you're going to say it nicely because those big guys up front, they don't like being criticized very much. Quarterbacks in this league, you know they'll pick you apart if you give them time like that to find receiver.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Herbert operating from the red zone. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I like what they tried to do there. They didn't get a completed pass downfield, but they came off of a momentum play. Big-time gain on the previous snap. Came right back and threw one deep, hoping to catch him on their heels.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a good gain of 11. Sets them up 1st and goal. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change?
Touchdown, Seahawks!
Dalton Schultz, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Seahawks are on the board first here this afternoon. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And down inside the red.
What you waiting for? Are you ready? Okay, say no more. Tell the chauffeur to open Mercedes door. Put the pedal to metal and made it soar. She was, but I made it sure it was. So we stayed indoors. Let's take it where no one has been before. It feel like I've known you some years before, but I don't know. Are you ready? Okay, say no more. Are you ready? Okay, say no more. She's a Lotus and I'm the conductor of a Magnum Opus. Simply braggadocious. Why don't we take advantage of this moment? And wherever you...
It's Week 15 of the 2024 season, and the spotlight is on Justin Herbert as he's moved past 3,000 yards passing for the year and looking for more. It's the...
Evan McPherson has this one teed up, and we are underway in Southern California. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And at quarterback from the University of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert. Now a play fake here on first down. Looking sideline, and he's going to have his man as he was able to walk the tightrope there for the completion. Finding space at the 40. An early statement on the game's first play. 18 yards and a first down.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
There's a little bit of lightning talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
First down, it's Herbert. Over the middle to Smith. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. The numbers for Smith a week ago: 6 catches, 55 yards, and a touchdown.
And he was able to haul that pass in there, but he knows he's got a tough task ahead of him. This unit in the top 5 in the NFL against the pass. He's going to have to really work hard to get open.
To throw again on second down. Herbert goes right back to Smith again. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 24-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. On first down, Justin Herbert. They'll find Williams on the slant. And he's going to be taken down at the 10-yard line. So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. Here's Herbert. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10. Herbert back to the air, and that is incomplete here.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on third down.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions. Have a look at it, 3rd and 10. Herbert now. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Mike Williams, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. This is a crew, they've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really have. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. Get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. This fielded right at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. They'll be led out by the former number 3 overall pick back in 2021. It's Trey Lance.
I like this guy. And the reason I do, he tends to stand an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffling. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
Pretty much unreal, not just in terms of yardage, Charles, but also throw in the 3 touchdowns as well.
When you put the whole package together, I can make you a pretty good guarantee right now. He's going to see a few more people in the box every time he lines up.
Yeah, I don't think that the defense has any choice. They've got to stop him. Can't let a repeat performance like that.
Agreed.
Meanwhile, Lance's throw complete here to Komet. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A. The first drive here and the first time that we've called the big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers are getting involved as this game goes on.
The slot man in motion right. And the slot man goes in motion left. First and 10, Taylor now. Room here to run. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one good for 33 and a first. Well, Jonathan Taylor, like most guys from Wisconsin, he's not one to shy away from contact. He proved it right there. Back to Taylor on first down. Down to about the 22 here. 42 yards rushing for him now to this point. The Chargers had 8 and 5 to start play. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
4 yards the pickup, first down. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. Over the middle, complete. That's more. And the Chargers are going to have a first and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. So they gave up the early touchdown. This has been a pretty good response. Nice drive, taking it down first and goal.
And I know all the cliches jump in, right? Don't get away from your game plan too early. Make sure you're settled down. Don't panic. But it's all true, isn't it? Because otherwise, you get out of what you plan to do during the game, and it's still early. Don't get crazy.
The ball is free. Taylor lost it. could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumble recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Now Lance. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, LA. Jonathan Taylor from 6 yards away. And the Chargers respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Extra point by McPherson. Up and good. And we are tied at 7. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was all finished off by the Jonathan Taylor touchdown catch. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Herbert. Catch is made. It's Schultz on the out route. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. That's swung out wide to Harris. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that will bring up 2nd down. Here's Herbert. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Herbert throwing again. And this one is incomplete.
And that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down per minute and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
This is taken at the 15. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Chargers get set to go here for their 2nd drive. The football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
2nd down, another run with Taylor. And he'll get a couple up to the 29. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd down, Lance. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
2nd down, another run with Taylor. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Brandon, all things considered, They have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Play action. Now it's Lance. Targeting Moore, and he's got him on the crossing pattern. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 29-yard line. Give them 22 there on the third down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Second and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it? And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. So not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 12-yard line. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on third down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
Gets this out wide to Pickens. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Second and 11 now. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on third down. Here's Lance. Oh, tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Levante David. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. Starts the drive on the ground. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. Herbert. And he finds his target. It's Schultz. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds. First half. Herbert on first down now. And that is incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
On 2nd and 10, Herbert. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There's a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage. And that throw, no shot.
This time they stay on the ground. And this will be a Seahawks first down as he's able to get this up past the 40. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. On 1st and 10, Herbert. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. The throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Now it's Herbert. Complete. Smith has it. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. He finds his man, complete. It's Schultz. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. Gonzalez's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach turned his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them.
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Chargers going to get the football first here in this 2nd half, and they trail as we get back underway. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Chargers getting ready to go here to start this 3rd quarter. This is a game, Charles, it's been fairly starved for offense. Really not much in that first half. We'll see if they can get something going here as we look toward the 3rd quarter.
And not just a chance to finally get a little more offense going, but to erase that small deficit they currently trailed by. I think they'd send a pretty powerful message to the opposite sideline. They drive it right down the field coming out of the half.
71 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. For a lot of people, MVP award means a quarterback award usually, but over 100 yards again last week. They're going to have to look his way more than once when giving out this award this season, I think.
Yeah, it's not just the consistency. There's been some plays that we've seen, but we talk about it for weeks thereafter. That's what we're getting out of him. Over 100 yards last week. Expects to continue that in this game, too.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Lance looking to throw it. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. Another incompletion with that one. He's just 7 of 14 throwing the football, 50%. Typically not going to get it done, is it?
And let's just make it simple, and that's exactly why they trail.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Now Lance on the bootleg. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team is struggling to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
I'll give them credit winning that first snap and forcing an incompletion. They're hoping that'll deflate the offense a little bit if they took the field charged up after taking over after a turnover.
To throw once more on set. Wisely will throw that one away.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming out 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Back to throw here, Herbert. It's brought in by Harris. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Harris running straight ahead. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, Herbert. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it.
So you make sure you make a smart throw. Throw it out towards the sidelines. If you overshoot your guy, so be it. It's just the incompletion that we saw there.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Dalton Schultz from 10 yards out as his guys are able to extend their lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it was the tight end Dalton Schultz on the touchdown reception to cap the drive. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they've sort of lost their way part.
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Ready, check right. Ready.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
If these guys get to chop into that deficit, they have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
On 2nd and 12, Lance. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And it's 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
79 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game.
Conversion as they come up on third down. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor, and he'll get it out to midfield. Let's look at it. Spotted right at midfield at the 50. A pickup of 5-man time and a first down.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. On play action, Lance. That pass complete to Moore. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Lance now on first down. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
But they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
And Lance's throw into the hands of Pickens. And he's brought down to the red zone at the 18 after a gain of 18. First and 10.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Throw taken in by Taylor, left side. And the Chargers are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Sets him up nicely. First and goal. It was a pickup of 14. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as they... Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. Trey Lance, a 4-yard touchdown scamper. And the Chargers have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. McPherson on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it was Trey Lance taking it in himself to cap the drive with a touchdown run. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Seattle offense. We take a peek at the playoff race coming into the weekend in the NFC. And for the moment, they're sitting pretty in possession of that number 2 seed. But as we know it often happens, this is all still subject to change.
You're so right about that. But even though the math isn't there yet, I think it's going to take new math for them not to make the playoffs. They'll be... and certainly going to be a dangerous team if you have to play against them.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. Now a first down carry for Harris. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. Now I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts, or what are they going to do to stop you? You taking charge. That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding them to a short gain.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 26 on the third down conversion. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 27. Justin Herbert looking to pass. It's caught. Smith. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. On the delay, here's Harris. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down.
Again, it's Harris. But he will lose yardage here as they knock him back to the 3.
They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means it might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And it will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to swell the lead to 6. Gonzalez's kick is good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now, because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
On a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
The Chargers ready to take over. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. They run once more with Taylor. 106 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4.
They give to Taylor out of the gun. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line.
16 yards is the pickup there, and a 1st down for L.A.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
From the gun, it's Taylor.
The safety, Keanu Neal, there to make the tackle. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire.
And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. He's got this to Pickens.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 13-yard line. 23 yards to pick up there.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now Lance.
Forced out to his left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
And power running here down to the 6-yard line. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Now a handoff. Taylor with it. And he is in as they have tied it right here in the final minute of the 4th quarter. Well, they were looking to pick up the first down on 3rd and short. They got a little more than they bargained for, finding the end zone as well.
And oftentimes in short yardage situations, you get a lot of defenders stacked near the line of scrimmage, partners. So if you can get past that first wave, there's usually room to move, and he found it.
A very important extra point there. Up and good. And that is going to put it on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. So all eyes on this Seahawks offense. Down 21-20, and time a huge factor. And they're in danger of a 3rd straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10.
He forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted.
And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
On the handoff, Taylor.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
Lance back to throw. He's got the connection to Moore. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. First down, here's White. Even with him busting through the contact, he'll still be stopped just inside the 35. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
To the right side, this is Taylor.
And some space here. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Again, it's Taylor.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially solved it. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that should just about put a capper on this game.
So he had the nice run to get him down there. Was stopped just short of the goal line, but they go right back to him, CD, and he delivers to finish the drive off.
A little extra determination there, don't you think, partner? You notice he didn't tap on his helmet and say, get me out after the run down to the end zone. He said, I almost got in. I'm going to get in on my own. I'm staying in. And he carries it across the goal line.
McPherson now for the extra point.
And with that, the lead is up to 8. A drive that time of 6 plays.
And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll start things out at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Well, this is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. So the defense helping him out a little bit here late in the fourth.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And when you're the one doing the chasing, you'll take a little help from the other guys, won't you?
One last throw here for Herbert. And he's got it. And he is in for the touchdown with no time remaining. And Charles, we're a 2-point conversion away from overtime.
That won't be easy.
No time on the clock. Are we going to overtime, or does it end right here? One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that's caught at the 2. And, he stopped short of the goal line. And the defense celebrates as they've won the football game. Short, probably had the play they wanted dialed up but couldn't convert.
And that's always where it's difficult because they had no choice here. It wasn't a decision to kick it and go to overtime or anything like that. No, they had to go for 2 to try and tie it up and get to overtime. They had their play dialed up, didn't get it done, and that's really tough because in today's NFL, you have a bigger list of 2-point conversion type plays and you actually work